Successful completion of a life-saving class and first aid and CPR course is required to become a lifeguard. If a person is into that sort of thing, she, he, they may begin at age 15. Emotions are like water, but standard lifeguard training has yet to include that pool. Thankfully, shamans have minded the gap after cheeky life circumstances grant them commencement. So, the shaman in Orphans Oracle suits up to sit in the lifeguard chair for the adoption constellation now and again. Of course, you might rather do it for yourself. Which signs tell to clear the pool? What mimics the disgust for our life that orphaned you, me, us initially, and then systemically after adoption, literally and or figuratively? The amygdala? At this stage of the game, when we receive the impulse to point a finger, we see 3 fingers pointing back at ourselves, so we roll into a spell of radical self-care instead. Who knew the adoptee launders the loss of families through nations involved until parents, professionals, presidents, peers develop capacity to take responsibility for their own losses and live in a high state of adoption where social contracts are so dignified and equitable, nobody thinks of suicide, homicide, kicking another out of home through classrooms of life. How has adoptee killed self and others, unable to bear another day of that low social contract? What if in low states, adoption is the mother-father of identity theft, akin to slavery and exploitation? What if playing adoption spirit instead of fighting spirit side of card remedies that and social ills like homelessness, orphan, runaway, left behind students, unwanted pregnancy, pandemic, loneliness epidemic, overdoing anything, exploitation, rape, slavery, war? How might a custodian of the adoption constellation convey the messages in a way every star in the adoption constellation may go forward, enjoy peace, loving life? When our ears are full of water, we cannot hear the messages to be delivered or being delivered. We exercise radical forgiveness for self, others, happenings in a low state of adoption. How does one's soul surf through the waves of emotions that sometimes fill all orifices? What do you need on hand to play through any grief in-house instead of outsource? Everybody is a different psychosociology.